Hare Krishna. So now Arjuna has got Sakshat Darshan of the four-handed form of the Lord holding Shankh, Chakra, Gada, Padma. And without Arjuna's further request, Krishna manifests his original two-handed form holding the flute. And now Arjuna is very, very happy, very blissful. And after taking this darshan, in that ecstatic mood, Arjuna is speaking. Let's see this now. Shloka number 51. Arjuna uvacha drishtvedam manusham rupam tava saumyam janardhana idanim asmi samvrittaha sachetaha prakritim gataha. So Arjuna is saying, Drishtva idam manusham rupam tava saumya janardhana. O Janardhana, seeing this manusham rupam, tava manusham rupam, seeing your human-like form, which is saumya, so very beautiful. Idanim asmi samvrittaha. Now my mind is composed. Sachetaha prakritim gataha. And I am restored to my original nature. So Arjuna is back. This is what he is saying. I am back. He is back in his original state as a friend of Krishna, as a very, very intimate associate of Krishna. Now this is a very important thing that is mentioned here. So we'll look at few points. Manusham Rupam clearly indicates the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be originally two-handed. Now this is a very important point that is again and again repeated, that Krishna, he has a human-like form. Many times people ask that why does Krishna look like human beings? Krishna does not look like human beings. We human beings look like Krishna. Well, there's a great difference. So he has created us in his own image. So now when we consider Krishna in his original form as a normal ordinary human being, then such people are really ignorant. They are in complete darkness. They have no knowledge from Bhagavad Gita or any other Vedic scriptures. At least the ones who read Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, it's a revelation. A person who is displaying the universal form and then immediately displaying 400 form, again coming back to 200 form, is what, a joke or what? Who can do this? Who can do this? It's only the Supreme Personality of Godhead who can actually manifest such a huge universal form and again come back to his original form. This is the proof that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And there is no question of asking who saw universal form. We are unqualified. How will we see universal form? Arjuna saw universal form, a great warrior. Devi Devta saw the universal form. And the one who has written, who have penned down the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Ganpati, he was doing that. And Vyasadeva was dictating. So when they are writing that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, He is the one who is source of everything, He is greatest of all. So they will have some doubt, no, I don't think so. So they have written it. Vyasadeva, the literary incarnation of Krishna, he has dictated it. So when all such great personalities are accepting that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is the problem with chutku jivas like us in this age of Kali? We are so unqualified, we are so fallen, so contaminated, and in that contaminated consciousness, we want to comment something on Bhagavad Gita. We want to comment something on Krishna. So this is not fair. This is not fair at all. So when we read Bhagavad Gita, there's a lot of clarity that comes. All that contamination that is there, that will all be removed. So this understanding of the scripture is very, very important. We'll get a lot of clarity. Not just clarity about Krishna and ourselves, we'll get a lot of clarity about our entire life. We'll know what next to do. We'll know how to practice devotional service. We will be fixed in the goal that we need to attain this very lifetime. So here we see that Krishna manifested his Manusham Rupam, his human-like form, which is Saumya, very, very beautiful. So we saw in the previous video that how beautiful the form of the Lord is. So when such form is manifested, here Arjuna is becoming very blissful and he understands that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here it is said that Krishna has actually shown his universal form and his four-handed Vishnu form. So how can he be an ordinary human being? It's a very important question. If Krishna, okay, so it is very clearly stated in Bhagavad Gita, one who thinks that Krishna is an ordinary person and who misguides the reader by claiming that it is the impersonal Brahman within Krishna speaking is doing the greatest injustice. If the commentators of Bhagavad Gita, if they are not giving proper commentary, proper understanding, proper explanation of Krishna being the Supreme Personality of Godhead and not Brahman, they are actually doing a great injustice, because they are actually driving people to a very wrong path. Because we understand Brahman is secondary to Krishna. The Brahman effulgence coming from the body of the Lord is secondary, subordinate. Krishna is that original personality, he is the source, and everything else is manifesting from him. Then how can we say that Brahman is speaking? How can Brahman speak? Brahman does not have mouth. How can he speak? So it's a very important understanding. Somehow this contamination has creeped in throughout the whole world of the Lord being impersonal, not having a form. But here it's very clear, Arjuna is seeing a form and he's becoming blissful by seeing that form. And that form itself is the form of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we devotees have to be very, very careful in what are we reading. Unnecessarily we shouldn't get into some commentaries by some person who has no authority, who is not connected to any parampara. There is no point in reading those commentaries. Max to max, what will happen? Our faith will get deterred and we'll go out of bhakti. That's what will happen. We'll subscribe to some other bogus philosophy and then we'll stop doing the Yuga Dharma, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it's a very important point to note that when we are reading Shastra, it has to be bona fide. So Prabhupada, when he was translating, when he was writing purports, he has written it very clearly, Bhagavad Gita as it is. There is no concoction, there is no removal of Krishna as a person from Bhagavad Gita, there is no question of highlighting something else apart from devotional service, by practicing which we can actually attain Krishna. So Prabhupada was very clear, very, very clear. And in this way we understand in this particular verse, another very important thing is, when was Arjuna back to his original position? When he was restored back to his original nature? When he got Sakshat Darshan of Lord Sri Krishna. So we all will be restored to our original nature when we actually attain Krishna. As of now, we are troubled by so many things in this world. Even now when we are practicing devotional service, there is so much of trouble because of past samskaras, or be it people around, or be it anything that is surrounding us. We are troubled by them. Adi Atmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika kleshas. So all these sufferings caused by body and mind, other living entities and the superior energies, all of them are tormenting us. We are tormented in the cycle of birth, death, disease, old age. All of this suffering and misery will come to an end when we attain Krishna. So we have no other goal in life. There is only one goal in life. Our goal of life is to attain Krishna. We are not here in this world to settle, to become stable, as many people say. We are not here to settle, we are not here to become stable. We are here to attain Krishna, to break the cycle of birth and death, go back home, back to Godhead. When? This very lifetime. There is no other question apart from this. So how should be our practice? Our practice should be very, very intense. Our hankering and greed to attain Krishna should be very intense. And only then there is a possibility that we'll be able to attain Krishna this very lifetime. So, and here we see Arjuna is so blissful taking darshan of Lord Sri Krishna. Now after taking darshan of the Lord, now Arjuna is busy taking darshan. So now Lord starts speaking. So let's see what are the ending verses of this chapter spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.